In the late 2000s, while filming The Curious Case of Benjamin Button in New Orleans, Brad Pitt found himself drawn not just to the story on screen, but to the city's creative soul. Beyond the film sets and production trailers, he noticed a vibrant community of artists, painters, sculptors, and musicians, many of whom lived on the margins, surviving on passion rather than profit. One such artist was Malik Thompson, a 35-year-old sculptor from the Tree neighborhood who worked with reclaimed metal, turning old car parts, pipes, and scrap into powerful, expressive figures that spoke of struggle, resilience, and rebirth. His work was raw, emotional, and deeply rooted in African American history. But he had no gallery representation, no online presence, and few opportunities to show his art beyond local street fairs. Malik had once dreamed of exhibiting in major museums, but after years of rejection and financial strain, he had nearly given up. He worked odd jobs to survive, storing his sculptures in a leaky garage where rain and rust slowly ate away at his creations. What he didn't know was that one of his pieces, a towering figure made from twisted steel and railroad ties, titled Rising, had caught the eye of a production assistant on Pitt's film crew. The assistant showed it to Pitt during a break. Pitt was struck not just by the craftsmanship, but by the emotion behind it. He asked to meet the artist. When they finally connected, there was no grand introduction. Pitt visited Malik's workspace, walked among the sculptures, and listened. He didn't offer empty praise or vague promises. Instead, he asked about Malik's process, his influences, and his vision. Later, through his art-focused initiatives and personal network, Pitt arranged for Malik to participate in a curated exhibition in Los Angeles, not as a side act, but as a featured artist. The show, titled Voices from the Edge, highlighted underrepresented creators from post-Katrina New Orleans. Pitt personally covered the costs of transporting the sculptures, provided a stipend for Malik's travel and housing, and even invited several art collectors and gallery owners to the opening. The response was overwhelming. One of Malik's pieces sold for $45,000, the first time he had ever earned a life-changing sum from his art. More importantly, he received multiple invitations to exhibit in New York, Chicago, and even Paris. But the real shift was internal. For years, Malik had believed his voice didn't matter. Now, people were not only listening, they were moved. Over the next decade, he became a respected figure in the contemporary art world, mentoring young artists and donating pieces to community centers and schools. He often credited Pitt not for making him famous, but for giving him the confidence to keep creating. Pitt didn't stop with Malik. Over the years, he quietly supported dozens of artists through grants, studio space, and introductions to curators. He believed that art wasn't a luxury, it was a necessity, especially for those who had little else. And for Malik, the man who played a man aging backward had helped him move forward. Because sometimes, all it takes is one person to see your work, truly see it, to make you believe it's worth sharing with the world. And Brad Pitt, in his quiet, understated way, had done exactly that.